Today in Practical Psychology Tips, I want to talk about planning your finances more effectively with the help of a more psychological approach and how to improve our financial habits. There was time when I didn't know that dealing with your finances, money, is a skill that you need to also develop. And of course, some people have it already naturally built up, but others have to learn it. There was time when I was just, receiving my salary, then I'm living, doing my things, and then I just spend it, and then I'm wondering where did the money go. And then I started learning these money planning skills and awareness. And I made kind of a technique for myself at moments when I want to change my spending habit. So this technique is I print out from bank the statement for whole months or maybe longer period if I want to see what I have been doing with my money in a longer time. Of course, now many banks offer you to do this analysis automatically, so you just then see the end result. But I like to do this all by myself because then I can focus more on the details and get deeper understanding of my own habits. And as everybody knows, we mostly spend emotionally, except mandatory bills that we all have and cannot choose. First thing is what I do is I take color and highlight these bills I mentioned. Here, for example, it's about electricity, then rent, about phone, then internet, another electricity, and here I had also gas, yes, about gas, and of course the bill from housing expenses like garbage, heating, well, not this month, but all those. And also I highlight what bank takes off for using the card. I put to bills these things I pay in multiple months. But with those, I right away check if there is something, for example, I bought and split like here in 3 parts. If maybe some of them is what I bit regret buying, and then I check the motivation and the habit, why did I do it, so I wouldn't repeat in future. And then for the rest, I also analyze like this. For example, here I had to buy some bit furniture because I was moving, so I colored those so they will be not repeated, they're just uniquely this time. And then I check yes others, for example, how much where I spent in supermarkets, where I bought maybe some clothes, how much, and for what reason, what was my motivation back then. And I look for these things that I think I could spend less on. And also, for example, if you have habit to go to one cafe, let's say every morning or even twice a day, and you can print out specifically how much you spent on that cafe, and then you will see right away under it the whole number and check if you would like to spend less on that. For example, sometimes when I feel stressed, I buy hot chocolate. And sometimes I might need to check on if I'm not doing that too often. I check how much I bought during, for example, a month. And then I make this strategy, like If I want to reduce it, like for example, I plan that I will allow myself to buy this chocolate on specific day, for example on Monday before work, and then I drink it while meditating. And with this meditative state, I start my working week work more efficiently. But maybe I drop some other time when I bought it. And I try to remember, check what was my motivation, why I decided to buy it, not, for example, go bit meditate or something like that. And then I make these strategies. Also, as I really love books, and I like to buy them, so I can also color them and maybe add some notes and stuff. It can be very tempting to buy a book when I go in a bookstore or supermarket when there is this book also division. So for that, I attune myself before. I say to myself that today I don't need a new book. I will not buy a new book. But I can go look, of course, and then either write down or take photo of the book to decide maybe later I will want to read it and buy it. And for me, it works. I just go then, I look, gaze, enjoy the books they're around, and don't buy anything. So yeah, then basically for all these things that I like to buy, I go through, check how much of it is emotional spending, and maybe I regret later. And with this awareness, I can choose strategies to apply, like I mentioned with the books, and then control more my financial habits. And also, one important thing is that at earlier times, people used piggy banks. So nowadays, it's also very useful to really physically put cash aside, because often enough something malfunctions and the bank cards are not accepted and things like that. So it's very good to have some money aside physically. So this is how I do it, and I decided to share it because maybe someone else will find it beneficial. Go ahead and try it. Maybe it will work for you too.